Taurus, hello. Welcome to your October 2020 Tarot and Oracle reading. My name is Tessa and this is Tessa's Tarot. How are you guys? How's it been going? I am going to make a couple of announcements before I jump into your reading. If you are a returning subscriber, I'm sorry that I was not able to get September 2020 up. There was just way too much going on in my life. There was too many things that I had to do. Moving grandma to Chicago, getting her set up, finding doctors, rearranging my house because I was gone from my house for 2 months, so I just couldn't get around to September 2020. But I am really happy to be back on track with October 2020, and hopefully from this point on it's just going to be smooth sailing and I can just keep uploading videos because I really like being on YouTube. I like being in front of the camera and doing this for you guys. It makes me happy. I hope it makes you happy. It makes me feel good. I hope it makes you guys feel good. So that is kind of my spiel for my channel. So I do have some plans definitely for the future. I want to be able to do personal readings for you guys, extended readings, all that jazz. So on track with that. What else do I want to say? I did rearrange my table a few different times. If you have been following me, I did have to move my table around quite a few times, but I finally found a position that I'm really happy with, and everything just feels very in sync, and everything just feels like it's flowing around me, and it feels really good. The energy just kind of feels fluid, and I really like that. So this is going to be my setup. Hopefully it's not going to change for a while. And then I did get this new Oracle deck in a couple of days ago, so I'm really excited to start incorporating this Oracle deck into my tarot readings. I've been wanting to incorporate Oracle cards, and I do have other Oracle decks that I really like and I will use for other videos, but this was the one that I've been wanting to buy for a while, and I'm so glad that I did, because literally the moment that I opened this deck and like held it in my hands, like I felt an instant connection. And even like I only looked at the first like 3-4 cards and I'm like, yep, this is it. This is the deck. So this is going to be the Oracle deck that I'm going to be using. It's called Vintage Wisdom Oracle, and the cards are just like exactly what the title says. They're vintage. They have that very vintage feel. There's a kind of ghostly quality to them, which I absolutely love. And then for the tarot deck, we're using Influence of the Angels, my favorite tarot deck. So with other videos, I'm definitely going to kind of switch things up and use other decks and stuff. But I really like using these decks for the monthly readings. I also got a new webcam, which I like much better. Hopefully things are looking much clearer. My old webcam kind of created a fisheye type of effect where everything looked curvy, which was like fine. There wasn't anything really wrong with it. It did look interesting, but this is a little bit more smooth for me, I guess. Like I like this a little bit better. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're going to jump into your guys' reading so I don't just keep babbling, because I probably could keep babbling. Let's be honest. I could probably talk about just about anything. So let's get into your reading, Taurus, and see what's going on with you for October 2020. This deck is a little bit bigger than some other decks, so I have to shuffle it. See, I have to be careful. I have piano hands. I actually played piano when I was a kid, so I do have very kind of like wide piano hands. So I could shuffle it, like I could put the whole thing in my hands, but it's kind of, it's kind of pushing it. So if I did try to shuffle, it would be kind of pushing it. I'd be stretching myself kind of thin. All right. See what we got going on for you, Taurus. I can't wait to show you guys these cards, and I promise this is the only time I'm going to obsess over them. Enchantment. You know, it's kind of like, it's almost like when I was shuffling them, I felt the Empress card from the tarot deck, okay, because you guys have, you guys are represented by the major arcana of the Empress, which is the planet Venus. Venus is your planet, Taurus. And it's funny that enchantment came out, because I kind of, this card, I don't know, like it relates to the Empress to me. When I think of enchantment, I think of magic and mystery and just like charming. You know, there's Taurus. You have a very unique kind of charm. You know, you have this beauty to you, this magical, like this magic, mysterious kind of enchanting vibe. It's like when people meet you for the first time, they're like enchanted by you, you know, because you know, you have a love for life, you have a love for beauty, you have a love for the arts, you have a love for love. You know, you're always smiling. There's this kind of presence about you that can just like light up a room. Okay, so I'm like kind of getting chills just talking about it, but that's definitely what I see with this enchantment card, and it's so gorgeous. I told you these cards are gorgeous, and this lady, she's, you know, she's like a mermaid. She is a mermaid. She's a mermaid. Such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. Celebration. Oh my God, like I got chills again. Look at how beautiful these cards are. Celebration. Yeah. This is already, I'm like, yep, this is a Taurus reading. Grace. This is a Taurus reading. Grace. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm already like smiling from ear to ear. Like, I'm just going to be on cloud 9 for this whole reading because these oracle cards are so freaking beautiful. And I feel like you guys are just like in the realms of beauty right now. You're like in the realm of beauty and grace and just like wanting to be with loved ones and friends and celebrate life and the beauty of life, you know. And you're just a very, it's like you're in your magic right now. And October is a really, really, okay, so something that Taurians share with Libra, both, we're in Libra season right now, right? So the fall equinox was yesterday, and right now we're in Libra season. Libra and Taurus both share the Empress card. You both share the planet Venus, okay? So it makes sense that this is also your time to really tap into that kind of, that magical, mysterious feeling of fall, especially with October and with like Halloween around the corner. It's a whole different kind of like vibe, and it's a different kind of beauty, right? It's a different kind of beauty than springtime, than May, than your month. But there's still so much enchantment. There's like, you know, the nights get longer, the days get shorter, but there's something about that nighttime beauty and that just whole vibe that really, I feel like you guys kind of bloom. You know, it's like in May time, in springtime, it's like your seeds are being watered, you know, it's your birthday, you're celebrating your birthday, yeah, and like you kind of like bloom out from your seed, and then as the months go by, when October season comes, it's kind of like you go into your full bloom. It's like your flowers just like open up, and everything from your soul kind of just like comes together in a more harmonious way. There's something very harmonious about this time of year for you. And let me know if you like disagree. Maybe you're just like, what is she talking about? My life's a mess right now. But I don't know, but that's what I'm feeling. Like I'm really, with these cards, like, oh my God, like I'm really just feeling this really, I keep using the word really, like find other words, Nicolette. I graduated with an English degree. I think I'm just swept up. I think I'm really swept up in how beautiful these cards are and the energies that I'm picking up from them with celebration, enchantment, and grace, because it really is, it really feels like there's something coming into fruition. It really feels like your soul and your spirit is reaching a new sense of like awakening and beauty, and enchantment, you know, it's enchantment. And then All right, let's start pulling these tarot cards because I feel like I can kind of get lost in a daydream. This just kind of feels like a magical little daydream to me. It's really feeling like this magical, mysterious tour. I keep thinking of the Beatles, that one song, the Magical Mystery Tour. Do you guys like the Beatles? I haven't listened to the Beatles in a while, but I keep thinking of the Magical Mystery Tour. So pretty. Okay, so we're going to look to see at the recent past, what is going on in your life, the present moment, and the future. See what's going on. I almost want to just keep talking about these oracle cards, but let's see what October 2020 has for you. Taurus. 9 of Swords. This is Mars in Gemini. The Devil. A little bit of that Capricorn. A little bit of that mystery, that October vibe coming out. King of Swords. We have Aquarius, air energy. Okay, a couple of sword cards already. Ace of Wands. This is fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. A little bit of magic going on here. Some new beginnings, some creativity. The Emperor, Aries, major arcana. The Sun card. Wow. Beautiful. Another major arcana. Ooh. Very interesting. Queen of Wands. Aries again. Yes. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune. Another major arcana. Jupiter. Holy cow. Taurus. And Judgment. Woo. Pluto. Major arcana. Oh my goodness. You have 4 major arcana cards. King and a Queen. Ace of Wands. Okay, so there's a little bit of anxiety about something. Maybe a little bit of insomnia. There's something that you're thinking about. Other than that, this is looking very powerful, very interesting. Okay, so we're going to start with celebration. Okay, so this is more of like a recent past. So there was something that you were really celebrating recently. Okay, there was a new beginning. A new beginning in an idea, in a spiritual kind of, how do I explain this? I'm feeling like you became the boss or something. Okay, so maybe you got a new job. There's something new that happened recently that put you in a position of power. Something happened, you were, maybe you had a job offer as like a boss, as a manager or some kind of position of power, and it made you really, really happy, okay? It made you really, really happy, and you just started celebrating, okay? It doesn't, for some of you, it could be a new job, or you were kind of like, I see this as like a wizard swooping in and declaring you like king of their domain, okay? So take that how it resonates, but it could be a new job. It could be like maybe you decided to do your own thing, be your own boss. You started a new creative project, and you just like, you know, you started something new, you started a project, and you just took that baton and you took that, it looks like a crystal apple in your hands, and you're just like, I'm ready for this. I'm ready to rule the world. I'm ready to rule the world. And there was a celebration about it. Okay, so there was a new beginning in something that really gave you your power. It really put you on, it put you in your element. It put you in a place where you're like, this is where I belong. I feel really good here. I'm making the rules. I'm calling the shots. It made you happy. There was a celebration. It was wonderful. It was wonderful, okay? So that is definitely what I'm seeing over here recently. And then with all this happiness, you know, it kind of like guided you into this new realm, okay? So with this new beginning, a new kind of reality kind of starts to open up, right? It's kind of you start to see how the magic of this new beginning, you know, after that initial celebration of the beginning, you kind of start to see how it starts to manifest and the magic in it. And, you know, and there's a little bit of worry over here, like maybe you're worried that that feeling of happiness and beauty and magic, like, is going to fade away. So there's just like a little bit of worry, a little bit of anxiety about like kind of keeping that vibe, keeping things going in a way that is going to inspire people, in a way that's going to make people feel good, make you feel good. So there's a little bit of worry right there. And with this Devil card over here, we got Capricorn. How do I put this? It looks like you're so eager to keep things feeling good. You want so badly for things to remain, you know, in this kind of realm of enchantment that it almost starts to translate into it's like you're uprooting when you okay, here's the best way to explain it. When you have a lot of anxiety and when you have a lot of worry and you start to overthink things, when you're overthinking things and you're kind of like, it's almost like you're uprooting more negativity, more worry, more, you kind of start to uproot and pull up a different side to yourself. And it's not bad. It's not bad. I have a saying, all tarot cards are created equal. There is not a bad card in this deck. It's not bad, but it's different. It's a different kind of energy. Maybe an energy that you're not really used to, or an energy that doesn't, it's out of your initial element, you know, but it's still an energy to embrace. So with the Devil card over here, and then with the King of Swords, you know, this is a very this is very boss-like. This is like a boss who means business, who gets straight to the point, says exactly what he needs to say, and this is something that you're really bonded towards, this new beginning. You're very much, I don't want to say like obsessed. There could be a little bit of obsession, you know, a lot of overthinking, really binding yourself to this project, to this new beginning, to this endeavor, keeping it on its path. And so because there is a kind of sense of obsession with it and bondage with it, it's translating into kind of a more cutthroat approach with some things, okay? But at the same time, it looks like you are coming out, it is manifesting in a way that is showing you as being more graceful, okay? So like in the near future, we have this grace card over here. So this grace card is really, it's really about being, it's about being graceful. It's about using your knowledge and the information that you have to give to people The King of Swords is very informative. He's very smart. He's very intellectual, and he's no nonsense. He's very to the point. Says exactly what he's thinking. Does what he needs to do. But you're embracing. It's like you're embracing this energy with that Venus, that Empress kind of suave. And it's translating into your movement and into how you handle situations in a more kind of inspired and graceful way, where you're really using your intellect and you're using your knowledge and you're using that go-getter kind of attitude to enchant. You know, it's like a belly dancer, you know. Whether you work in an office, I don't care wherever you work, whatever the situation is, whether it's at home, it's like you're taking this knowledge, these projects, this kind of boss attitude, and you're putting on a belly dancer costume, and you're just kind of like, I'm just going to magically make people do what I want them to do. I'm going to use my magical charm. I'm going to use my charm, okay? That's definitely what I'm kind of like seeing right there, especially with this Queen of Wands over here. This Aries card, this Queen of Wands, she is very fiery, but she inspires. She's charming, she's beautiful, she inspires people, okay? She's very creative. She uses her artistic abilities to kind of like get people moving. And it's, you know, and it's creating the changes that are needed. It's creating the changes that are needed with this Wheel of Fortune. This is a very positive card. Very much about turning that wheel onto the path that it needs to go down. And with the final card being the Judgment card, like you are this whole journey that you're on, it's like pushing you to see your higher self. It's pushing you to see your higher self, your spiritual self. It's constantly pushing you to become better, and to become better. And that is like so cool that you're so tapped into the spiritual aspect of this journey, because any journey that we embark on and that we take, I feel like it's so important to be tapped into the spiritual aspect of it, because that is what is going to teach you the lessons that you need to learn so that you can better tackle any obstacle, challenge, or situation in the future. So this is looking really, really good, Taurus. October 2020 is just like, I'm really feeling the whole vibe of this reading. I really hope that this is what I have for you guys. I really hope this reading resonates with you. Let me know in the comments. If not, that's okay. Stay tuned. Watch future videos. I hope to see you guys again soon, and have a blessed day. Bye.